your cup. Tend to think in 1,000 thoughts. I'll pop through north till the voice get bored. Endless stairs in a sinking door. I search for things I don't need no more. Baby, I'm typically every day, can't call it shady. I'm airing you cause I'm an anxious state. Don't worry.
A very warm day outside by Minnesota standards, but then again, it is still summer. Either way, the AC is working just fine at U.S. Bank Stadium in the Twin Cities. Today, after a topsy-turvy opening weekend, it's on to week 2, and we've got a good one here, as it'll be the Chicago Bears taking on the Minnesota Vikings. Two teams here, each off to 1-0 starts, as this one is underway on EA Sports. And he won't quite make it to the 25.
At their own 24-yard line.
The first carry now. This is Alvin Kamara. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. Hey, look at this defense for the Vikings. They were terrific a week ago in the win over the Lions.
Have to admit, I was extremely impressed by what I saw. They ended up getting 4 sacks in the game, stayed in the face of the quarterback the entire time, made it difficult for him to step up and find receivers downfield.
And that's what they told us this week, that pressure on the QB is key. Here's 2nd and 10. To the air, Williams. And he will find the open man. It's DJ Moore. And he is out of bounds right around the 34. It's a pickup of 10 and a Bears first down.
But it appears that they read man defense and went to the out route. And what you have to do on that one is a receiver's got to make sure he works the defender towards the middle of the field to give himself space to cut to the outside and have that ball delivered with good timing, and they got it done.
He's got this complete to Burden. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down.
Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people. But you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
What is it?
To throw, it's Williams. He'll get this into the hands of Odunze. And he's down the middle around midfield after a gain of 2, maybe 3.
Oh, I see you nodding your head along with me, partner, because it's pretty obvious what they were trying to do there on the drag route. With his speed, they're hoping he can turn the corner and maybe take this to the house. But that was excellent work defensively to make sure once he caught it, he wasn't going anywhere.
2nd down and 8. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. There's a short one caught by Loveland. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. 17 yards on the catch and run. It's a first down.
That's another Bears first down. 1st and 10 at the 33-yard line.
They'll pound it up the middle with Kamara. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4. Charles, they won last week despite him not running the ball well. They told us need to get it going. Runs like that help.
And they talked to us about leaning on him because, as you noted, last week they didn't have to. Still won the ball game. They leaned on other people to give them the yardage that they needed, but they really want him to be that guy, and that's what they're doing early in this game.
Williams looking to do it himself. And he'll be brought down at the 21, just shy of the 20 in the red zone. Give him 7 on the tuck and run, and it'll get him a new set of downs.
Even though it's the opening drive of the game, he wasn't shy about taking off and running with the football, even knowing the defense is definitely going to take their shots at him, and that's exactly what they did. He better learn to slide, otherwise he won't be around to finish this one.
And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Not a big run, not an explosive run, but they've held the ball for plenty of plays on this drive. They're just trying to impose their will on the defense right now.
2nd and 7. Throwing is Williams. And this throw a bit late as he couldn't reach back for it.
It's been a good opening drive offensively thus far, but you know they don't want to waste it and settle for a field goal attempt after that incompletion. So this is a big play coming up here on 3rd down.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. Looking to throw is Williams. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago. Luther Burden, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Bears get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon. Cairo Santos on to try the extra point. And he's got it to make it 7-0 in favor of the Bears.
Bears 7, Vikings nothing. Cairo Santos to kick off for Chicago.
Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. Take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line.
The Vikings take over 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
Looking to put a drive together. They'll start on the ground here on 1st down. And they get him down the net before he takes it across the 40-yard line. First play of the drive going for 14 and also going for a 1st down. He was solid last week, over 100 yards in their victory on the ground. They want to get that going again.
Absolutely. What they also understand is that from week to week, it's not necessarily the same, but they want it to be, right? What they saw last week on the ground, they want to see in this game as well.
And he goes out of bounds. It looks like right at the 50. The Vikings 1-0 on the year following the win in week 1. And they've gotten a pretty good deal from the schedule makers as well. Home dates in weeks 1 and 2.
And I would believe that they would need to take advantage of that, partner, because as you can imagine, the road dates will pile up later this season. So this is a great opportunity for them to put some early distance on the rest of the division and create a little bit of a cushion for them for later in the year.
He'll lose a yard on the play, so now they need 3 yards on 3rd down. Looking to throw McCarthy. Short throw caught by the tight end Oliver. And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds.
And the Vikings.
That one goes for 8 yards.
1st and 10 at the 43-yard line.
Plenty of things to talk about here, partner, but to me, their defense gave up a touchdown on the first drive. How about how they're responding, coming back? That's a big 3rd down pickup to keep their drive alive.
So into Bear territory now. This is 1st and 10 at the 43. Middle of the field to Jefferson. And he'll be forced to dive forward just to get back to the line of scrimmage. So nothing doing there. And it'll be second down. You look at this Bears defense, and they've been excellent against the pass. The number 6 unit in the NFL.
And since this is such a good unit of covering passes downfield, I think that last play is typical of what we might see. A lot of short passes, see if they can generate some run after the catch, but nothing doing on that one.
Up the middle they go. Frost. And that one opened up for him well as he'll take this down to the 26-yard line. 17 yards, first down, Vikings. You were telling me this yesterday. This is exactly what they want to do on the opening drive, establish the ground game.
Yeah, remember our conversation? We were talking about what one of the GMs in the league has told me repeatedly. It's a big man's game, and it's not necessarily size. He's talking about playing some big boy football. Line up, get leverage, knock people back, and establish the run early.
Right back to him on first down. And able to work his way down to 16. 40 yards rushing for him now in the ball game. So back-to-back big runs, picking apart this defense on the opening drive.
I thought this was a passing league. I thought this was the era we were in where the ball was always in the air, right?
They didn't get the memo.
They didn't get the memo, and I know this to be true. Offensive linemen still, to this day, they want to run the football. They want to fire out and hit people across the line of scrimmage, and they're clearing space.
Options galore here, second and a few inches. They'll keep it on the ground. Frost. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. 2 yards, good enough for a first.
14-yard line.
After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. Working out of the gun is McCarthy. Throwing into traffic there, and that's complete. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down.
I think he just wanted to get the ball to one of his playmakers to see if they can make something happen, but he ends up throwing into a crowded area, and after the catch, he isn't able to do much with it.
From the 5 now, 2nd and a yard. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. He winds up giving a yard back there, and now it's 3rd and 2.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
McCarthy, he'll set to throw it. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
What an excellent defensive stand there in the red zone. Nice tight coverage. They certainly recognized how important it was to bring up 4th down here.
The offense staying out. They're going to go on 4th and 2.
18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal.
The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. Now the Vikings will send out the special teams crew here for a field goal try.
A 23-yard attempt.
And his kick is good. And they're on the board with still trailing. It's 7-3. So both teams come away with points on their opening drives, and they still trail. They answer the touchdown with a field goal, but at least able to break that goose egg here early.
And that is what's important, right? Because they didn't let that initial touchdown go unanswered. Took the ball themselves, moved it downfield, and put it through the post for 3 points. Game on.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. Now, early on, you know, Charles, every game could be called a measuring stick game. But I think when it comes within your division like this, it's a measuring stick game with a little extra intrigue.
I would agree with that totally because all division games have a little extra to them. But I like where this game is situated because at this stage of the season, it has that little extra juice. But at the same time, it's not a make or break if this were, let's say, week 15, 16, somewhere in that neighborhood.
To throw, Williams. The Vikings after him, and they get there for the sack. Call it a loss of 5, a big sack to bring up 3rd down. Well, last game he had 2 sacks. Got another one here, picked up right where he left off.
Brandon, he spent the entire offseason working on new moves, new techniques, trying to add to his arsenal of pass rush moves. Certainly paying dividends in what we've seen so far.
A tall task ahead of him here, needing a full 15 yards to move the chains. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And this pass broken up. And a contact well timed there. And now 4th down.
3 and out.
Here comes the Bears punter now. As the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Yards on the punt there. And the Vikings will take over here 1st and 10.
At their own 22-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And Charles, these early season in-division games are always interesting because you're still kind of figuring yourself out, but you want to know as much as you can about the opponent, especially when it's a division matchup. So I'm curious to see how the rest of this one plays out.
Yeah, that's a good point because they're still trying to work things out. They don't know everything about their own team, let alone trying to figure out their opponent. But you've got to do both on the fly, don't you? While the game's being played, figure it out both ways and try and find a way to win.
From up near the 40 now after the big play to start. Here's another 1st and 10. Here's McCarthy. And he's got his man in stride, complete. They'll give him 4 yards there. And that will bring up 2nd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
2nd and 6.
Let's go.
Now McCarthy. This one brought in by Jefferson. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds.
9 yards.
3rd catch of this first half for him, and this one is a 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 48-yard line.
There we go.
On play action. Now McCarthy. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football.
A lot of bad news on that play for them, wasn't there? Lost the football, lost a lot of yardage, but I think the good news outweighs it. Able to retain possession. That was big for them.
The fumble on 1st down. Now here's 2nd down.
Let's go now. Ready?
Throwing is McCarthy. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. That one good for 17 as they're set up better now for third down.
And that was yardage that they needed there after the sack on first down. They didn't get all of it back, but now they look at third down as a manageable situation, one that they have a much better chance of picking up.
From the shotgun, McCarthy. He's got his target. That's complete. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Bears' 29-yard line.
That's the third time on this drive that these two have connected with each other. They've got a real rapport going. And right now, it's paying off with big chunks of yardage, as shown by that last play.
They had to settle for 3 last drive, hoping this second go-around ends in 6. In good position, first and 10. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down.
Just picking up yardage in bunches here these last few plays. They have moved right down the field, and just like that, they're going to be set up with a first and goal.
To the air again, McCarthy. Now he's going to step up and run. Touchdown! 5-yard touchdown. And the Vikings have taken the lead. Extra point splits the uprights. And the lead is now 10-7. Minnesota's kick team ready, and the Vikings move it away. Return up past the 30. And all in all, a pretty solid return. Nearly got it to the 35. They'll mark him down officially at the 34. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. As we eke closer and closer to intermission, Charles, remember last time out they punted. They would love to get points here, especially if this is going to be their final possession of the first half.
Yeah, and this is what close games feel like, because the pressure is on both sides, but sometimes the pressure is a little bit higher on the team with the slight edge because they're trying to hold on to that, trying to increase it. Let's see how this one continues.
Here's Williams. Pass caught by Burden. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. First down for the Bears, a gain of 15.
That's another Bears first down. A gain of 15. And a Bears first down.
From the shotgun, a throw for Williams. Open man down the field. That's Burden. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20.
Well, this is an awfully tough route to defend in man coverage because he lines up on the right and then runs a crossing route back to the other side of the field. So as a defender, you're not only trailing him the whole way, you're also looking out for your own guys to make sure you don't get yourself picked off. And then you can't catch up in time to prevent the completion.
Creeping up on a minute to play in this first half. Now a first down carry. It's Kamara. And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago. Alvin Kamara, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Bears will take the lead here. For the final minute of the first half. Santos now to add the PAT. And that makes it 14-10. Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. And running with power here. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
The Vikings take over first and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. With this slim deficit closing in on the end of the first half, we'll see if they can move this at least into field goal range and try to get 3 out of this drive. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. That'll be marked as a 27-yard pickup.
Any questions of how they'd approach this drive were answered right there. They come out throwing, and they get a nice pickup here toward the end of the first half.
To the air with McCarthy. Open man, that's Felton. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. Another good completion on the drive as the Vikings have a first down.
What an intelligent play as he found open grass and uncovered quickly. A nice clutch play to move the chains. The defense, they've got to do a much better job of accounting for these shorter routes.
So they'll come up first and 10 now from the 33. Now a handoff up the middle. Frost. He finds a little bit of room, enough for 4 yards. It'll be second down. Now another timeout called for by the offense, as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. 2nd and 5. McCarthy operating from the gun. And a quick throw here, that's complete. They call his number again. It's his 6th catch and a first down.
First and 10 at the 23-yard line.
Operating from the gun. McCarthy. Throw left side is complete on the diving effort. So it's first and goal and a great opportunity to get that lead back before the break. Now a signal and a timeout call, as it comes with 9 seconds to go in this first half of play. Back to throw. McCarthy to the goal line, but it's incomplete.
My first thought is surprise, because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
They'll try again here from the 7 on 2nd and goal. A final shot before break. McCarthy toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
They're putting together a drive here in the final minutes of the half. But the coverage has been tight all game long, and they certainly want to keep them off the scoreboard here.
And now they'll take a timeout defensively. After the second down play, they burn the timeout, making them sweat out the final few ticks here in the second quarter.
A 24-yard attempt.
And this one is right through. But now there is a penalty marker on the field, so let's see what this is about. So instead of forcing the field goal, it'll be 1st and goal.
Yeah, the force was trying to make something happen that just didn't need to, right? I mean, the plays happen, let it go. It's over. Instead, he creates a penalty.
So even though it's 1st down, here's the field goal unit on now to try to get 3 before halftime. And his kick is indeed good. And that will do it for this first half.
Bears 14, Vikings 13.
The Vikings set to receive the second half kickoff, and they trail it here as we resume play. And that one not returnable, not by a long stretch, over the back line of the end zone, so that's going to be spotted up at the 35-yard line. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. This offense, Charles, had a strong first half throwing the football, at least in terms of yardage, but that hasn't translated so far on the scoreboard as they begin the third quarter here, trailing and looking for a little momentum.
Yeah, you're right about that because, let's face it, in the first half, most of their focus was in the passing game. And to their credit, resulted in a healthy amount of yardage. So I would think that at halftime, they're going to anticipate that defense loosening up a little bit to try and cover the passing lanes. They've got to get the running game going, and there should be some gaps to run through now.
And that is incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
Now a 2nd and 10. Looking to throw. McCarthy firing quickly here, and that's complete. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
So it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line, but once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
The Bears bring out an extra defender in the secondary now for 3rd down. Sticking with a pass. Here's McCarthy. Complete. Jefferson the target. And he will have the Vikings first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
9 yards.
I don't care how many times we see it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. First down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
Again, he'll drop the throw. A quick throw there going to be batted away and incomplete.
The offense was moving it a little bit, had them back on their heels, but they earned a brief pause by forcing the incompletion. That gives them a quick chance to regroup and try and mount a stand before they're backed up even further.
They'll look to throw again. Oh, there's that man again. It's complete. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Bears' 13-yard line. The catch and run, good for 24 yards.
What a drive this has been, just chewing up the yardage. And here's one of their best plays yet as they finally get down into the red zone and look to finish this off with 6.
You can just kind of sense the momentum turning here. It's 1st and 10. Throwing again, McCarthy. And it's caught. And the Vikings are going to be set up with a 1st and goal on a pass play that moves them all the way down to the 1.
Oh, nice job there putting the ball right in the doorstep of the goal line. Couldn't quite get in to pay dirt, but he got awfully close. Let's see if they can cash it in over the next couple of plays.
Here's a tap forward by McCarthy on a touch pass. Oh, that is well read defensively. A great job of setting the edge, and that little touch pass is going to turn into a loss.
Brings up second and goal.
Well, I think the hope is, with a touch pass like that, maybe you catch the defense off guard, but they were all over that one.
And it is the kind of play that works better against certain defenses, and this clearly was the wrong one to run into. Really nice job getting him down behind the line of scrimmage.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Had his hands on it, but dropped it. The rookie making a little bit of a rookie mistake. Third down.
Third and goal.
Maybe just a lack of concentration there as he couldn't haul it in.
And when you're going across the middle like that, he's running that drag route, you are conscious of all the bodies and the traffic in there. But let's face it, if you're going there, you might as well come down with the football and absorb whatever else happens after that.
And he will score. Touchdown, Vikings. From 4 yards out. And the Vikings have taken the lead as they go right down the field and score on the opening drive of the second half. The Vikings leave the offense on the field as they're going to line up and go for 2.
The Vikings will line up for the 2-point conversion.
Is called for the 2 points. He hits the big target for the 2-point try. Defenses hate those guys, especially around the goal.
It's hard to decide who you're going to put on him. Are you going to put a smaller corner on him? Are you going to put a safety who doesn't have maybe the same coverage skills? How about a linebacker? He may have the size, but he's not used to really covering in space. That's why the tight end gives you such a great advantage when you're throwing the football.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. To the air, Williams. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down.
It's been clear in this matchup which side has been the more physical one. It's been this defense. And here's another example on that last play.
Second and 10. To throw, it's Williams. There's a short one caught by Lovely. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down.
You don't always expect tight ends to be big in terms of run after the catch, but after that play, he joins a growing band of players that's putting that stereotype right on its ear.
From the gun, it's a run for Kamara. The try! And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. 69 yards rushing for him now on just 6 carries to this point. We often poke a little fun at running backs past the age of 30. Oh, they're getting old, they can't run anymore. Well, he's showing past the age of 30, you can still have some nice runs like that.
You certainly can, and I think that we're starting to expand our definition of old running back. Because it used to be as soon as they hit 30, we want to get rid of these guys and go to the younger guys. But now that the guys are taking such great care of themselves, as you pointed out, you can still get explosive runs at any age.
Somebody gotta do it. Somebody gotta do it.
Third quarter of a tight football game as we come up on a 2nd and 10. Looking to throw is Williams. To the left side into the hands of Adunze. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a third down.
And a lot of people ask the same question all the time. Why do we see so many slants in the red zone? Well, the windows are tighter. Everything's more condensed. It has to be quicker, and you've got to deliver the ball on time. Your biggest worry? Ball gets tipped in the air. Because if that happens, then it's fair game for the defense.
Throwing is Williams. He'll try and do this himself. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th. They'll go. Here's Williams. That's to his running back, complete. And the Bears are going to have first and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
We always hear about guys wanting to make plays that quiet a crowd. Yeah, after that one.
Here in the third quarter, they were hoping to get the stop, get the football back. Not the case.
What a completion on a 4th down play.
To throw, Williams. And he takes this one in for a Bears touchdown. Caleb Williams with his second TD of the game, his 6th on the year. And the Bears are an extra point away now from tying this ball game. Santos with the extra point. And we are tied at 21. So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28.
The Vikings take over first and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And their lead has evaporated in this third quarter. It's tied once more as they begin with a first and 10. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down.
It's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
Looking to throw McCarthy. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he'll go out of bounds, it looks like right at the 40. He had the touchdown earlier. This one's going to get him a first down.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
McCarthy, he'll set to throw it. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. It's a gain of 11 as the Vikings pick up the first.
Didn't they tell us in our meetings that they needed to account for him on each and every play?
You think? A guy of his caliber? So how does a guy like him get that wide open?
That usually means there's a tire breakdown on what the coverage was. Everyone thought they were doing something, and they were supposed to be doing something else. The bottom line is, no matter what, you have to know where he is and cover him on every play.
Vikings, first down. First and 10 at the 22-yard line.
And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this third quarter. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. McCarthy going to throw again. And he's got his man in stride, complete. The result, only 4 yards there on the play. And it'll be second down.
And we've seen him have success earlier on with the ball in his hands because he doesn't get it in space and make a play kind of a receiver. But that time, they closed on him quickly and held him to a short gain.
Now McCarthy. He finds his man, complete. That's Sanchez. It's so close. He gets it to the 1. Out of bounds right there. Now they'll have it first and goal following that gain of 17.
Here we go.
Here's a tap forward by McCarthy on a touch pass. Now they will take this one into the end zone for a Viking touchdown. A touchdown of the afternoon. And the Vikings answer back with a touchdown of their own to break on a tie and take the lead in the fourth. So now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there with a 21. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And now, after the touchdown a moment ago, they work from behind in a 7-point game in this fourth quarter. Plenty of time on the clock. A throw left sideline falls incomplete.
Personally, I think they've got to go somewhere else with the football. They've got to bracket it out there in double coverage. It makes it hard to fit it in time after time.
It would have had to have been an absolutely perfect pass and not good enough. Incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Working out of the gun, Williams. He'll get this into the hands of Adunze. That helps the completion percentage, but not much else, and now it's 3rd and 10.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
The Bears on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. Back to throw. Williams. And he will have the Bears first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
I like the design that we're seeing right there. This is what they need. Down by a touchdown here in the fourth. They just need to keep working their way downfield. And when they see openings, take their shots.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. They'll run out of the gun with Kamara. And he edges forward, but only gets a pair of yards out of it. And it's 2nd down.
You've got to be impressed by that defensive front on reps like those. They were not being moved off the line, kept their shoulders square, and gave their teammates time to fight to the ball and limit that gain.
Here's a 2nd and 8. Operating from the gun, Williams. Loose inside the 30. Inside the 10. And they will finally bring this run back to an end, but not before he's down inside the 5-yard line at the 4. So that changes things. You get the interception, and then to boot, a good return tacked on.
And really it was down to him versus the quarterback on the return, and that's one you would think the defender would win. But a nice job there of seeing the play all the way to the end and making the tackle by the QB.
Working out of the gun is McCarthy. Now a run here off the RPO. He'll keep it. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
Well, no surprise there. He was looking for one of his favorite targets again as soon as he left the pocket. But the coverage was good downfield. They got right to the receiver and helped prevent that completion.
A hit as he throws there, incomplete. They don't get the hook up there, but you really have to marvel at how precise he's been throwing the football these last couple weeks.
Oh, that's a perfect word for it, precise, because if you're at 70% or better 2 weeks in a row, you have a job as long as you want one in this league, won't you? I mean, let's face it, he's not just West Coast offense either. He's putting the ball downfield as well.
Now, they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is 3rd and goal. And it's caught in the end zone for the Viking touchdown by Justin Jefferson. A 3-yard touchdown pass. And the Vikings are looking to make it 2 straight as they add on to this fourth quarter lead. After a break down the middle, and the lead now up to 14. Minnesota's kick team ready, and the Vikings boom it away. And they'll opt not to return this, but since the ball did hit in the landing zone, this will come out to the 20. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you, and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
Back to throw now on first down. And he's got a man on the crossing route. That's more. Work to do here to avoid falling to 1-1, but this is 1st and 10 right now.
Bears first down. It's a gain of 17 yards. And the Bears first down.
Here's Williams. He's got this complete to Burden. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or 2 shy of the 30.
2 more yards. That's another Bears first down.
From the gun, here's Williams. Targeting more, and he's got him on the crossing pattern. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. A good pickup there, 21 yards. So not quite a 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10. Kamara up the middle. And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago. Alvin Kamara, his 2nd rushing touchdown on the year. And the Bears have made it a 1-score game again here in the 4th. Here we go now as we get set for a big 2-point conversion.
The Bears will line up for the 2-point conversion.
Williams going to throw for it. And they don't get it. They tried for the 2-point conversion there, but unsuccessful. And a touchdown apparently not enough. They want more, an onside kick. And the Vikings able to recover. The hands team does its job. Well, CD, you understand. I mean, they're so eager trying to get back in this game here in the 4th quarter, but they touched that one a little too early before it went 10 yards.
Brandon, in such a high-stakes scenario, everyone's feeling the pressure on this play. The special teams coordinator, which one is he going to pick in terms of kicks? Can the kicker execute it? Can the team wait for 10 yards? So many variables, and in this case, they didn't get it done.
Up the middle they go. Frost. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. 61 yards on the ground for him now on 9 carries. This defense, Charles, they have unraveled here in the 4th.
In a sense, it's like they're being pressed like in a basketball game, and they just can't get the ball over half court. I mean, no matter what they do, they can't get off the field. They can't slow them down. They're just going up and down the field against them. They're unraveling would be a perfect word for them.
And he fights forward for a modest 2-yard gain, 2nd down. The recipe's pretty simple, I think, right? Just give your superstar the ball, continue to feed him.
Yeah, don't overthink this one, right? Make sure he's touching the football, but you're also counting on his intelligence in playing the game as well. If it's not there, don't force the run. Just make sure you hang on to the football and keep the clock ticking.
And he is out of bounds, but first he gets it inside the 10 to the 7. That, I believe, will put him over 100 yards receiving for the game. Yes, it will. And he's got a 1st down to boot.
1st and goal at the 7-yard line.
They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 10-yard line. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
Let's go now. Cougar 19. 70 Lions. Chap 60. Chap 60.
Here's McCarthy. A quick throw knocked away and incomplete.
But based on the play we just saw there, he might not be the guy you want to challenge in coverage on these all-important snaps. He certainly looks dialed in right now.
A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play, 3rd and goal.
Liking 18.
To the air with McCarthy. And that is incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up, not that time. And his kick is right there. It's good. But now there is a penalty marker on the field, so let's see what this is about. Inside handoff. And he'll get this one back to the 5-yard line, but no further than that. And this defense here going to burn their 2nd timeout. But you can also factor in another timeout that they'll get when the clock stops at the 2-minute warning. Here's a tap forward by McCarthy on a touch pass. And he's going to score. It's a Viking touchdown. From 4 yards out. And the Vikings are on their way to a 2-0 start. Extra point right down the middle. And it leads up to 15 now. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped at the 23-yard line.
At their own 23-yard line.
They'll come up 1st and 10 here.
What is up?
Throwing to start the drive. Williams. A pass complete to Odunze. Here comes 2nd down.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5.
Looking to throw. Williams. Down under 2 minutes to go in this football game. And this throw incomplete. And the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to 3rd down. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. From the shotgun, a throw for Williams. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he gets us to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. Clock management definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case. Down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
Back to throw again. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down.
Limited time left on the clock after that incompletion. So I think both sides are going to savor every second to prepare before the next snap. Because once the ball's in motion, it may be a nonstop push to finish this drive off. Everyone may be on the same page right now, because I think they're going to try and get several plays off in quick succession if they can.
One timeout at their disposal, but more pressing is the need for 2 scores, obviously. Here's 1st and 10. Again, he'll drop to throw.
The first down pass.
They'll come up now. This is 2nd and long.
Back at the 26-yard line.
Operating from the gun, Williams. To the left side, he's got his tight end, Lovely. This feels like a late season game, even though it's just week 2. Here's a big 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd down.
Back to throw, Williams. And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to.
That means it's just one last chance left, and this has to be a 1st down or a touchdown, or this game's over.
The decision made for them. They've got to go. It's 4th down. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. Over the middle into traffic, and that's complete. And unable to break away. They stop him a few yards shy. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And that will force a turnover on downs. The D can only stop it one more time as they take the knee. Charles, a lot of